Hey everyone, this is Father Sean for our weekly couch chat. And something really exciting in our parishes coming up is the Wax Museum. So if you remember, our people were able to submit names for our potential patron saint for our four parishes, for our family of parishes, and pastoral council and our staff narrowed it down to 9. And so this Sunday we'll have a Wax Museum with people around the parish dressing up as our 9 potential patrons. So you'll be able to kind of mill around to get to, kind of go from person to person and hear why they might be a great patron saint for our parishes. So it'll be really exciting. And the goal after this event, and after people cast their ballots, is to narrow it down to 3. And then in the winter, we'll have a parish-wide vote on how to rank those top 3. So it's really exciting, and it gives us a chance to dream, to kind of wonder, who is the Lord calling us to be? And maybe the saint that he's calling us to emulate, that will have a special role in our parishes in the future. And maybe that's something that's important to this saint, or maybe it's even a devotion, for example, like the Blessed Sacrament is one of the possibilities. So it is really exciting to see what the Lord and how the Holy Spirit kind of moves in people's hearts. And so, of course, that is exciting and gives us a chance to look forward. But I know in the midst of all of that, there is a little bit of maybe trepidation or a little uneasiness about the idea of picking a new patron. Because, of course, our 4 parishes have had a patron saint since they were founded. St. Joseph, Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, St. Lawrence, the deacon and martyr, and St. John, the evangelist, the apostle. And so there is a little bit of kind of a transitionary period that we're in. And even we've been using the name the Petersburg parishes for a decade or so. And so one of the things is like, well, what's with this new name? And so the Archdiocese and the Archbishop himself has stated that the ultimate goal of the Beacons of Light is for the geographical territories, which is the parishes, to merge. So not the buildings, nothing. The buildings' names will always stay what they're named, but the parish, the territory, and kind of the structure, from a people perspective, will become merged. Will merge into a single parish for all these families of parishes. So there's particular guidelines about naming parishes, and Petersburg parishes unfortunately doesn't fit those guidelines. So we'll have to discern a new patron for our parishes. So this is looking forward to that merger, and that's kind of even for me, the difficulty of this process is that we're in a middle ground. I feel like we're teenagers, where we're kind of in that mode where things are changing for us. Maybe we're less attached to our family, more attached to friends. Like a teenager goes through all of those different transitions, and then eventually you realize, okay, I'm an adult, and maybe some of us in our 30s were still trying to figure out how to be an adult. But that's kind of where we're at. And so it's a bit of an awkward phase where, are we each individual parish? Are we Petersburg parishes? Are we going to be this new family name? And then to the point of being a single new parish. So I just empathize with kind of the uncomfortability and maybe the lack of identity, because not having an identity, knowing exactly who we are, kind of being between identities of individual parish, pastoral region, family of parish, merged parish, like that's all tough to not have that kind of firm identity of who we are. But we can see a bit of the path there. And so we get kind of a bit of a plan to have that identity of being a single merged parish. And together we get to discern how the Lord is leading us, how the Lord might be calling us to pick a patron, to pick somebody who will be the image, the icon, the goal of who our people are going to be. So we are in a bit of a transition stage, and it's frustrating. And maybe one of the other things about teenagers is they all go through changes at different points. Even think about puberty. Some go through, very, very early, some are late, some are somewhere in between. And even as you look out at the different families of parishes, some of them are just getting to know each other, just beginning to work together. Some of us are further along, And ultimately, all of us, the goal is the same. Just like the goal of every teenager is to become an adult, the goal of every family of parish is eventually to be a merged parish. And so we're all on our different tracks. And for us right now, our role is to discern who our patron saint is. And it's at the one sense really exciting, but on the other, it's hard because that means a new identity. And we've been wrestling and working with the Petersburg Parish name and identity for a decade now. So there's a bit of a grieving to move on from that because it's been great. It's been beautiful. And so here we go. I mean, at the end of the day, this is the path that the Lord has placed us on, and it's all part of us as growing, part of us becoming more who the Lord has called us to be. So pray, that the Lord will reveal to us who this patron is. And maybe you can't come to the Wax Museum. Maybe you've got something else going on, but maybe at the very least to pray that those who do come will be guided by the Lord, will be guided by the Holy Spirit, not just to pick their favorite patron saint, but actually to pick who God has chosen us to be. So cheers to you. Hopefully you're having a great week. We got a great week with All Saints Day, All Souls Day. The 3rd of November is the anniversary of the dedication of our cathedral. So a beautiful week. Happy November, and may the Lord bless you and your family. Thanks for watching.